Hey, what's up? I tore my ACL and I want to talk about it. In this video, I want to talk about my history as an athlete and then what led up to my actual injury and what helped me post-injury, surgery, how that, situation was, and then my recovery process. I'm currently 7 weeks post-op, so I think I'm pretty comfortable to talk about what this last 6 months have looked like for me. When I first got injured, I was looking for videos like this, so I think this video will be helpful for anyone who is just interested in what that process looks like or is going through that process themselves. I do want to preface that I am not a physician, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a surgeon, I'm not a physiotherapist, so I'm not going to diagnose anything or tell you any protocols. If you are injured, I would recommend listening to your specialist. So this video will be a bit vulnerable for me because I will be talking about like my injury and like the ups and downs of it. So just a little mention of that, but my history, I guess injury history. I've been playing soccer my whole life. I've been injured a few times, one too many unfortunately, but nothing this severe. I've been playing soccer, like I said, my whole life, playing nationally, internationally, going to university, playing co-ed, intramurals, and just drop-ins, but like 4 times a week. So I was playing very frequently. Once I finished university, I played co-ed, and I loved it. I played in the highest level of my league. It was a lot of fun. And so I did summer last year, and then summer, fall, and then winter that just passed, and it was smooth sailing until December 1st came. A couple weeks before I got injured, actually one of my friends who plays football told me he tore his ACL, and I was like, damn, that's crazy. Like, that actually sucks. But it happens so frequently, not just to athletes. My aunt got off a bus, stepped down, tore her ACL, right? But I was like, wow, like I'm pretty blessed that I've never had something this severe because, like I said, ACL injuries are pretty common in athletes. So let me paint the scene. It's the last day of November, okay? And we have a few canes in my closet downstairs that was my grandfather's. And I grabbed one. I'm like, oh my gosh, Mom, like this is such a cute cane. Like, oh, like I don't know why. I'm like, oh, this is just a cute cane. And I'm like, pause, like let me not play around with this because like my friend just tore his ACL and like I don't want to, I guess, like foreshadow anything. Keep in mind, that was the day before. Now it's December 1st. So I'm very blessed that my father drives me to soccer. He likes to watch me play. So my games usually are either kickoff can be from 7 to 11 p.m. So I think this game might have been either a 10 o'clock kickoff or an 11 o'clock, like 11, like an hour before midnight, 11. So it was a later game and we're playing against a pretty good team. The men on the team, imagine rugby size level men, okay? But I can hang. I'm a defender. So I was defending this guy. The ball gets kicked from their keeper onto our half. So it's me, the defender, and the striker of the other team. Like I said, big mon, like rugby size man. I'm pushing him off. The ball gets dropped, bounces. We're chasing for the ball. I get the ball off of him. I do one of these. I do a step over with my left foot. My right foot goes. Ah! I scream bloody murder. Just thinking about it, and keep in mind, this was a long time ago now. This happened in December 2025, December 1st, and now it is April 2026. But even to this day, I still like get, like that was such a traumatic time for me. And so yeah, boom, ACL broke up. And people were like, oh, okay, like, did you hear a pop? I didn't hear anything but my scream that shattered the entire dome. Everyone, oh my gosh, it was so cinematic in my brain. I remember everyone stopped what they were doing and looked to our pitch. So I play 7v7. I should have mentioned this. This was a 7v7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. I play 7v7 co-ed. So there's like 3 different pitches. The field is divided into 3. So everyone, boom, looks at our field and I am on the floor. My knee is like this. I'm holding my knee. I'm screaming. And like Now looking back, no one really cared. Keep in mind, so this was towards the end of the game. There was probably 5 minutes left. We were losing anyways, so it really doesn't matter. You know, the ref would come up, good, you good, you good. I'm like, I'm screaming, I can't walk, I can't move. You know, people get injured all the time. You're like, okay, like whatever, whatever. Trying to assess the severity of the injury. I'll give them that. At this point now, all the games are done. I'm still there, and I'm like, guys, I can't do this, I can't do this. My teammates were awesome. They helped me up. My dad, like I said, drives me to soccer, brings the truck to the closest door, and we're in a dome, so he brings it closest to the dome as possible. I hop along, everyone grabs my stuff, brings it to the car. Thank you so much. Deuces. I don't know what I can seal next. This whole time I'm not crying. Here comes the vulnerable part, guys. Not crying the entire time. Boss up, boss up, boss up. As soon as I get in the car, waterworks. I'm in pain. I can't sit down in the chair, like in the car. I can't bend my knee. I'm in excruciating pain. Go home. I'm like, Ma, this is what happened. And keep in mind, this is like almost midnight now. She's like, okay, okay, okay. Let's go to the hospital. We go to the hospital. I'm in the hospital all night. And keep in mind, I just play football, so I'm still in my gear. I'm sweating. It's not a pleasant experience, okay? When I'm there, they do an x-ray, and they don't really see nothing. There's different, like I said, I'm not a specialist, okay, in healthcare, so I don't know, but I know that they couldn't see an ACL tear in an x-ray. So they're like, okay, you're gonna have to come back and get an MRI. I leave the hospital. I have a splint, full leg splint to keep my leg straight. So in December, it was just kind of back and forth with the hospital, trying to figure out what's going on. At this point, keep in mind, I had no idea what my injury was. I go back and forth with the hospital, going to the fracture clinic. He's like, you might, you know, your ACL might be torn. I know a guy, I'll refer you to this surgeon. So December was a lot of back and forth, trying to figure out the logistics of what's going on. New Year hits, yay, happy New Year's, Kim, you're still injured. January 2026 rolled around. And at that point, I'm talking to the surgeon's assistant. He's like, yeah, we'll see if it's, you know, surgical. Sends over my MRI, and I get back that my ACL is not only completely torn, but my meniscus is flipped upside down. So I'm gonna insert here the exact term. I think it's called like a meniscus bucket injury, but essentially my meniscus was flipped upside down in rotation. I said, oh, okay, cool. My birthday's at the end of January. I talked to the guy. I'm like, listen, I need to celebrate my birthday. Can I do my surgery after that? Like, what's the protocol? He's like, yeah, you'll be fine for your birthday. Let's book February 25th. I'm like, perfect. For me, I was very eager to get the surgery done. I'm young. I need my knee. I couldn't walk. And I wanted to be able to walk and run and live my life how I was before my injury. So like I said, from my injury date to surgery date, it was kind of vague in my brain, like going through the movements, going through the motions physically, but also mentally. So like I said, this is from December to February. So it is winter time. It gets dark at 4 o'clock. I'm very blessed that I have a job that I can work from home. So I was working out from home, but I wasn't going outside. Granted, I will say now looking back, I'm very blessed that, like I said, I did get injured during the winter time, and I wasn't really going out anyways in the winter, regardless of my injury or not. So I was walking with a limp, you know, here and there. When I first got injured, I had a walker, which was really helpful. I'll tell you a little bit later of everything that I had that would help me post-surgery, but between my injury date to surgery, like I had a shower chair and a walker that was really helpful. So then I get booked for surgery February 25th, 2026. I'm very blessed that I was able to get surgery like ASAP. I was talking to a lot of people during this time that also tore their ACL in the past, and they said it took them 6 months, 7 months, almost 9 months to get surgery. I wanted it as soon as possible, and I was very blessed to get, you know, surgery sooner than later because I didn't want to wait. I have never undergone surgery. I've never had anesthesia at all. Surgery rolls around. I have to be at the hospital at, I think, like 7:30 in the morning. And you're not supposed to eat or drink a lot, like water maybe. And I was like really scared. I was really scared, but it was not a scary process at all. Everyone there was awesome. I was super comfortable. They, you know, eased my mind the entire time. The surgery itself, bro, anesthesia is crazy. It's not even like sleeping. People are like, oh, they put you to sleep. It's not even sleep. You blink and wake up, and then your leg is gone. That was a fear of mine. I'm like, oh my gosh, they're gonna take off the wrong knee, da 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 da. The entire time they're like, it's your right knee, it's your right knee, it's your right knee. You're in the surgery room. They put the mask on you. And he's like, okay, it's gonna, you know, kind of smell like a beach ball. Eyes are open. He's like, okay, so like, how was your morning or whatever? I can't remember. What's your favorite season? Like, you know, boom, knock out. Wake up, like super disoriented. You're in a different room. They did a whole operation and you don't even know, which is a kind of, you know, kind of a scary thought, but not bad. So now we're talking about the last 7 weeks, which I think is the most important process to talk about, not only because I'm in it right now, but this is where the road to recovery begins and healing. Surgery day. The first 3 days, hell. Like sleeping is so hard. I was told I couldn't shower for the first 3 days, and you're in a lot of pain. But I was given some pain medication and other things like stool softeners. Like I said, TMI stuff I'm going to talk about, simply because some medication does harden your stool. I said it, I'm sorry, you have to be transparent, you know what I mean? So yeah, first couple days were really hard, but I'm gonna tell you what helped me during my entire process. 1, a good support system. When I told people I tore my ACL and when I had my surgery, I got gifts, I got messages, good luck, like sending you a lot of love, wishing you the best, and that was really helpful to know that I have people who love and care about me and want me to get better. So that was a motivation for me to get better once I was mobile. I'm very blessed to have someone that was able to help me during my process as well. My mom was able to help me while I was injured, and I had 2 walkers at home, 1 upstairs, 1 downstairs, crutches. Still have 1 right here. A leg elevator pillow. So it's important to keep your leg elevated to help with swelling and whatnot. That really helps while I was in bed. Ice packs, shower chair. Showering was so hard. Everyday tasks, putting your socks on, putting your clothes on, brushing your teeth, literally everything you have to do every single day was difficult. I'm very blessed to have multiple splints. I had a shower splint because I wasn't able to lift up my leg, and I was in my protocol. I won't say about yours if you are going through the same process as me. My protocol was I could not lift up my leg by myself. I had to lift up my leg with my splint always and do my knee bends passively, so with a strap. So I had a shower splint that I put plastic bags over and I'd tape it up and shower that way. And then I had like an everyday splint. Something else that was really helpful was having handrails on the stairs. My house has 2 handrails, both on the left and the right, and that was really helpful to get myself up. TENS machines. So I have 2 TENS machines. So they're a massager thing that has like vibrations that go into your body that help with sore and muscle relief and muscle growth. It helps stimulate muscle movement. Since I wasn't able to walk, this I felt like helped me have some muscle. And during this time your leg actually atrophies. That means that you lose your muscle and your leg ends up looking slimmer because you have no muscle on your leg. So I have 2, and it comes with 4 little patches. I put it on my quad and on my calf. So it's important to, like, you know, keep a healthy diet. It's, you know, easy to fall into like I'm just gonna eat crap and just like, you know, wallow in my pain. But it's important to stay motivated and know that time will pass regardless. That was a model that really helped me the entire time. Like I said, it happened during the winter time. I couldn't go out, I couldn't go to work, I couldn't do anything. Couldn't play soccer, something that I loved, played multiple times a week. So it was just helpful to continue motivated by a healthy lifestyle during this time. Okay, so I'm gonna give you guys the trigger warning now because I will be talking about what my knee looked like. So when you first come out of the surgery room, it's gonna be all wrapped up, you won't see your knee. And then after a couple days, for me, I was able to take off the wrapping and look at my knee for the first time. I saw my incision. A couple days later, I was able to take off the tape, continue to bend my knee and stuff. I had 2 follow-ups during the 6-week period, 2 weeks post-op and then 4 weeks post-op, or sorry, 2 weeks post-op and then 6 weeks post-op, so 4 weeks after the 2nd week. So 2 week post-op, they took out my incision and changed the bandage on it, and I was able to see that I was healing good, you know, get that reassurance that looks good, looks good, looks good. At about 5 weeks, I started to put scar tape and scar cream on my knee so it didn't scar. During this time, keep in mind, it's gonna scar, it's gonna be there for the rest of my life, but for the healing process, keloids are very common, so I was able to put scar cream and scar tape on my knee to make it, you know, heal a little prettier. And then once I had my 6-week follow-up post-surgery, they cleared me to start walking normally. Weight bear, I wasn't able to weight bear that entire time. And then it's a really weird process from, okay, off you go, start walking. So yeah, I was walking with crutches, with a leg splint. They cleared me to weight bear. And at my 6-week follow-up, I also had a custom brace fitting. And I took my first step that day, and man, I literally felt like a brand new baby giraffe being birthed. Like literally, you know, connecting your brain to your leg. Like, okay, like you can move now, because for the longest time I wasn't able to. But yes, now I'm sitting in this chair, knee is bent, feeling good, feeling confident, and I'm really excited to see what the next rest of my journey looks like. But recovery is not linear. Like some days are better than others, some days are worse than others. But a motto that helped me this entire time, like I said earlier, was time will pass regardless. I was like, when I first got injured, I'm like, my 2026 is ruined, da 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 da. But everything I said, you know, being consistent, being disciplined, having a good support system, and doing physio during my recovery process was super beneficial. So although I did tear my ACL, I am really excited to continue my recovery journey and my healing journey. I might update you guys on what that process looks like. I might post some TikToks or some vlogs and videos about it. But yeah, I really hope that you enjoyed this video, and I hope this video was helpful for anyone that went through the same process or is going through the same process. So anyways, we'll talk again much later. Like, comment, and subscribe. Bye!